Hey everyone, welcome to Rev Trev NFL. So glad that you're here because today we're talking about the LA Chargers draft strategy, and there is nobody on the planet Earth that I'd rather talk to more about the NFL and the draft strategy, because this is all we talk about anyways, is with my friend Peter Day. Peter, welcome to the channel again.
Dude, thank you so much. We get it. It's 10 days, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it's 10 days. And you and I have these conversations, and somehow we end up on live stream with it. And it's just fun. It's good times. The NFL draft time. Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome draft. The closer it gets, the more excited everyone gets. I was hanging out with my brother celebrating my mom's big 70th birthday, and I said, "Hey, bro, are you like kind of dialed into the draft at all? Have you been doing any research?" And he goes, 365, bro. That's what I tell my wife. There's no off season. We watch football 365. And I'm like, hey, that's a good way to say it. So that's kind of like what you and I are like.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So there is no off season. But the draft's exciting, and your Chargers are actually in the driver's seat. They're taking charge. They're they're bolting down the street. You know what I mean?
Totally.
You guys are in a great situation. So I'd love for you to kind of talk a little bit about that. But the reality is that the Cardinals and the Chargers are actually both in the driver's seat because of the quarterback situation that is just massive need by so many teams. Now, every year there's need, but this year there's actual legitimate good quarterbacks that are being sought after, and people are willing to either stay put, trade down, whatever the scenario is, or trade up, I should say, trade up. And this is in a great spot for your Chargers, who, in all honesty, had an abysmal season, had a lot of injuries, and now you've lost your wide receivers, which still to me, and your star running back, right? That's why you're in the position you're in.
Yeah.
And this draft's very important to you. So what are you thinking about the way that you guys are in the driver's seat and going to get someone amazing? So,
well, I think that what's really important, one of the things that we have to discuss first is the fact that in the off season, of course, Tom Telesco is out, and now we have Joe Ortiz as our general manager, who came from Baltimore, and of course Jim Harbaugh, right? Like the whole sweepstakes with Harbaugh. So that's a very big piece for us, and it changes the dynamic of our team, which is in the end why Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are expendable, in the sense that they have a different style of play anyway that's heading our way. And the team is going to be built around, of course, Justin Herbert. So in saying that, you have two people, the general manager and the coach, who agree that it's kind of like a smash mouthy kind of like get compensatory picks, get an offensive line like stable and young. And so that's how we see it right now. So the process for us in being in the driver's seat is with the three. And now after the combine and pro days and stuff like that, JJ McCarthy had an incredible sort of time at Michigan. And now he's looking like, hey, people want to move up and start taking him, or that's the thought process. So now at 5, if 4 quarterbacks go, we essentially get the top player in the draft. We don't need a quarterback. We get to pick that guy. So whoever we think at that point, you're in the driver's seat in that way. And of course, the Cardinals picking just before us, if there isn't a trade to either position, then they're going to get that guy, sort of thing. So either way, you're kind of getting a top 2 pick, because we're not looking at quarterback in any way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of rumors going on right now that the Cardinals are going to be picking Marvin Harrison Jr. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting play because they have a lot of gaps as well.
Yeah.
And they are missing out on, like, sometimes those wide receivers. And don't get me wrong. I mean, if you knew you're going to get a Jefferson or a Jamar Chase or a Devontae Adams, obviously you're going there. But the wide receiver position is so deep this year. Like, for example, who was it? I was just talking to the Dallas guy, David Gonzalez, who was on my show this weekend.
Nice.
And he was talking about, it was supposed to be Johnny Manziel that Jerry Jones wanted, but they went with Martin, the guard. Well, what a smart move with going with the guard. I kind of feel that it's a little bit similar in that way. Not that Johnny Manziel is such a bad example, but you can get a great wide receiver later, and it just seems like everyone's convinced that happens. But what if they go offensive tackle or something like that, and it changes their franchise? Like for me, there's a couple tackles and players there that I think are franchise changing and Hall of Famers potentially. So
and I think that what you have right now is you have a really stable environment there. And Rashawn Slater, of course, is on our left side, and he's just coming into his third year, and he's a Pro Bowl left tackle. So he was a Rookie of the Year as well, and for offense, and he's a Pro Bowler to boot. So you got that. Now, what we don't have shored up is the right side, and the protection of Herbert is really the key. Like when you're talking about teams that win in the NFL, they protect their quarterback. And that's something where we've kind of, we've filled in gaps, in recent years, even when Phillip Rivers was there and stuff, you're filling in gaps with kind of journeyman offensive tackles so that you can have other skilled players. And the fact is they're kind of starting and going, hey, this is where the core is. We're going to run this thing down your throat. And that's potentially why Austin Eckler doesn't fit into the mold as well, is because he's not that type of player. I love Eckler. Don't get me wrong. Love him. But he's not really a between the tackles kind of guy. He's a screen guy. He's going to get you, like, he literally can get you 90 receptions a year, but that's not the kind of ball that they're going to be playing. So he's expendable because you don't have to pay the 10 million or whatever the case is for his contract. So the offensive tackle is huge. But when we get into it, we'll see how that doesn't necessarily have to be at 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about the draft needs for the positional needs that the Chargers have. Peter's going to give his expert opinion on that. And then we are going to dive into a mock draft, and it's just going to be the Chargers. So whatever Peter picks is who we're going to take. We're not going to do 2 of them, 3 of them. We're going to pretend like it's the exact one. It's like whatever happens. And there's crazy stuff on this mock draft simulator that happens. Like it's like sometimes it's like Caleb Williams doesn't go till 11 or crazy stuff like that. So most times he's going pretty high. But anyways, I think it'll be really fun tonight.
Awesome.
So
let's do
this is what Peter gave me for the LA Chargers draft needs. Now, not in any particular order, but these are the ones that he gave me. So wide receiver, right tackle, running back, defensive line, so like interior there, and then a cornerback. So those are some of the big needs. As you see, quarterback's not on there. Some of the other linemen aren't on there because they're already filled. So like Slater's there, right on the left-hand side.
So Slater's there, and then like our ends. So both Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack restructured their contracts.
Perfect.
So we're good to go with them. It's more the interior. We have been really, really weak in stopping the run. And I think that a guy like Jim Harbaugh is a guy that hates not stopping the run. So you could actually see an added to this group. I wouldn't be surprised in like a second or third round taking the best in like linebacker in the group as well. That's also out there as well to be able to stop. So defensive tackle in the middle, interior lineman in the middle, and then moving into the linebackers to the second stage.
Okay, I'll add linebackers there.
Yeah,
as well, just in case we're in the draft and we see that as one of the things.
Yeah.
So when we had talked and with this conversation regarding the Cardinals and the Chargers are really in the driver's seat to get the elite players at premium positions other than quarterback.
Yeah.
You also, so you have a real option just to stay put and pick at 5 and get one of the best players available. There's also been a lot of trade rumors going on with the Chargers, which I know you're super excited about.
Yeah.
So let's just talk a little bit about those trade back scenarios. Would you be open to that? What do you think it would cost?
Yeah.
And what would make you excited?
Well, you know what? It's what's interesting about that is that we really kind of are pointing at an offensive lineman, like the best offensive lineman in the group. And right now, that's Joe Alt is kind of like what everybody is assuming in that sort of top 7 or 8. He's probably the first O lineman off the board, so it would make sense in that position to take him there. But what I would suggest is there's a couple trains of thought here. If you can trade with Minnesota, and Minnesota has been in rumors both with the Chargers and with Arizona, and actually I heard today potentially with New York Giants for whatever reason, to trade that to trade the 11 and the 23 and potentially a fairly high pick next year for that number 5 pick. And the benefit that we have in that is that if it's not Joe Alt, it's probably Fuega from Oregon State.
Yep.
Or Fashanu as well from Penn State. And the thing that we like, or that I really like about Fashanu, so Joe Alt is a left tackle that would be converted over to a right tackle. The only one in the group that kind of plays right tackle right now is Fashanu. And he is actually by a lot of people ranked as the top offensive tackle in the draft. But Joe Alt is 6'8". I believe he's 327. He's got great feet. If you saw the combine in his pro day and stuff like that, amazing feet. Like he's a Pro Bowler at some point, right? Where you've got a 6'5" guy, but you also have a great run blocker in Fashanu. You have a great run blocker in both the other two as well. So they're both going to service it. He's the one that plays naturally on the right side. So
okay. I thought he was a left tackle. So that's news to me.
Yeah. So you have them playing there, and then you have being able to get him like at 11, which would be very feasible. So you don't get Joe Alt, and Joe Alt is not going to have a problem wherever they ask him to play. He's going to be amazing. You don't get him, but if you get the 11 and the 23, all of a sudden you go, you know what? Is the difference between the offensive tackle we were going to take at 5 and the one that we're going to take at 11? Is there really much difference? Yeah, I believe he's 6'5", 315 or 321 or something like that. Had great combine numbers, good at everything. And so then you're talking about getting a 23 that you don't have, and combined with our own current 37 pick.
Wow.
That's 3 picks in 37. And you're actually probably getting the offensive tackle that you want. Like you're not really sacrificing anything. So to me, that is the best case scenario for us, is to trade back to a partner like Minnesota in this case.
Yeah, especially because
I think Minnesota trades for sure, regardless, because their picks that they picked up in their previous trades, they're not bringing 2 first-round picks into the first round to not deal something, right? And then there's a whole nother Justin Jefferson issue coming up, and yeah.
So that would be incredible if that happens.
Love that.
Yeah. And see, if I was the Minnesota Vikings, I'd be trying to make that scenario with someone like Washington or the Patriots, but I think the asking price is bigger.
Oh, it has to be.
I think, do you think it would be like an 11 and a 23 for the 5 straight up, or would they have to give up even more?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. For the 5, I think that you're getting 11, 23, and probably a second rounder next year. If for the 2 or the 3, I think you're going 11, 23, and probably a first in 25. And to me, that's a big price. You got to believe in the dude you're picking. Like
Well, the reason why I say that is because there's been so many rumors that they're interested in JJ McCarthy. And
yeah,
if it's JJ McCarthy, in all honesty, I wouldn't even trade back. I think he's going to be there at 11. Who's trading up to get JJ McCarthy other than the Minnesota Vikings? Like,
they're
I mean,
yeah.
Denver's there. That's
That's the
interesting.
concern.
But
Denver and the New York Giants, and
right.
okay, so here's the deal. Yes, the New York Giants just signed Daniel Jones again last beginning of last season or whatever. I don't think they believe in him. I don't. I think that they've got a couple. So they've also, I believe, brought in Drew Lock this year. So, but I think that within 6 or 8 games, if it's a guy like JJ McCarthy, he probably starts for that team. So Minnesota is concerned that between the Broncos or whatever trading up, that they're not going to get their guy. And this year, of course, in particular, the quarterback class is extremely strong. So with, of course, with Kirk Cousins, you weren't necessarily thinking that. Now all of a sudden you're going, we got Justin Jefferson. Like, we got to do something here. And I think that I think so. I think you kind of have to, because if they don't take a quarterback, do you then get JJ going, hey, I don't mind heading that way. It's okay. And right now I don't think that's an option for Minnesota. I would love to think it is, but I don't think it is.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, that's good. Any other things that you want to talk about? So you've talked about staying put at 5. You talked about his trade scenario with the Vikings. Do you see any other teams that are interested in moving up?
Well, I think that everybody would move up. I think that I think as much as moving up, I think that I think New England is happy to move down. I mean, if you give New England those 2 picks and even like maybe a 3rd round this year as well in 24, I wouldn't say that they'd step away from that. I think that that's something that they're going to be interested in.
Yeah.
Because I don't think where they are, they get the quarterback that they think is the guy. So I think that they're actually they're an option of moving out. And of course, there's a lot of talk right now about the 2 and the 3. So it's which quarterback and is it actually the top 3, or is JJ McCarthy kind of slowly slipping into the talk of being the 3 guy now? So that all those things, when you get to draft day, and like you and I will be watching a draft and stuff like that, and you're like, what just happened?
Right.
Because it upends the whole draft, everything that you've been thinking is going to happen.
Because it's like Mitch Trubisky got drafted. They traded up for Mitch Trubisky, and you're like, are you guys insane? Which they were, right?
Yes.
And it's like those kind of weird things happen.
Yeah.
And in that draft scenario, everyone was talking about they should have drafted Mahomes. No, Deshaun Watson was the guy that everyone wanted. And still, granted, like hindsight 2020 with all his issues, terrible pick.
Yeah.
But as a football player, incredible football player.
As
but
opposed
still,
to
it didn't matter if you took Mahomes or Watson. Trading up for Mitch was awful.
Oh, brutal, right? And so Chicago's challenged when it comes to this. I think that this year at their 1, I think they got a good thing going.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, they're at 1 and 9, so they're in a really good spot. And
9 also could be a trade scenario as well. So
yeah, for sure, because they only have 4 picks, I believe, in the whole draft.
Yeah.
So I think they'll trade back on 9. They'll keep 1. But I'm telling you right now, if Joe Alt is there at 9, I would not be trading back at all. At all.
I don't think he gets past Tennessee. I'm not sure he gets past the New York Giants if that happens. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anything can happen, but he's very, very highly thought of right now.
Totally.
And for teams that need a distinct left tackle, that's his natural position.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah. If the Chargers don't take him there, I don't think he gets past 9. I'd say 7 is the latest it gets.
Yeah. But was there any other teams that you've been hearing rumor-wise that wanted to trade up to get with the Chargers? Because you've talked about the Minnesota one. Is there any other ones that you've been hearing?
Yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of teams in the talks and stuff like that. The Cleveland Browns have been out there in those talks and that sort of stuff. But it basically in that 4-5 space, you're getting more of the rumors about the teams in 3 and 4 that are looking for quarterbacks, where we're not really taking that. And so, like for the Chargers, if we're not getting a better trade value, and Minnesota is really the only team that's got a couple of solid first round picks kind of thing. And so that's all I've really heard the seriousness of. But we're open to everything. We're open to all people who would like to sort of trade with us. We're not in any way
Biased. Yeah.
No, if we're ready, we are on it, because as long as we get the O lineman somewhere in there, it doesn't really matter. I've heard like the Denver Broncos are potentially wanting to move up and do stuff like that as well. But of course, the Chargers aren't going to be doing that with Denver. That's, hey, let's help you get up there and get a quarterback. Yeah, that's not what's going to happen. So.
All right, so we're going to dive into a mock draft together. I'm really looking forward to this. Just a reminder, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe yet, please do. And you can follow me on all my socials, X, which is Twitter, if you've been living under a rock and didn't know that, YouTube, TikTok. I'm even on TikTok, Peter, and Facebook. Twitter? Huh? Yeah.
Is X really? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, X. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was going to make a joke, but
it's true.
I don't want to get.
I know the joke you were going to make, and it's true.
It's not true. It's not true. Anyways, follow me on X, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. I've been doing so many. So I've done Packers content. You and I did Chiefs content, Bears content together, and then of course the top 5 draft rankings. I had Isaac come in from Fun Football Podcast. He's been great. And then I did the Cowboys this weekend. I'm talking with you tonight. Last night it was with Stuart talking about the Raiders. You'll really like that one. Stuart brought it, bro. His draft knowledge is insane. Awesome. So I'm gonna launch his tomorrow night. And so if you're interested in hearing more than the league, like as you can see, I'm a Packers fan who loves talking about the NFL. So totally happy to have that conversation. So I'm pumped to do all these things. We're having a blast, and I'm really glad that Peter's here tonight.
Dude, let's draft. Let's do this, man.
Let's get into this. Okay, so here we are. And just the first thing when I look at this, I look at it and I go, wow, you guys have a ton of draft picks and really high quality stuff. Like what you're going to get in all these picks to 140, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what's available here, even without a trade. But we'll entertain some trade scenarios there. But 5 and 37, man, you're going to get 2 really great players there, Peter.
Yeah.
Really great players.
Sure.
So, I mean, you're kind of like a kid in a candy store right now. That's how excited you are about this draft.
We really are. And we're in a good position. We're in a better position where cap is concerned and stuff. So it's moving forward for sure.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. All right, well, let's start it up. So it's going to go quick, and we can just so this is you have 6 trade offers at 105, at 1.5. I mean, I don't think this is good because first pick is going to be in the second round, so we'll reject that.
Yeah, it's not going.
The Raiders are just a bunch of jerks because the way they offered this deal. Obviously, we're not going to do anything with picks for next year.
Yep.
But this is really enticing with the Rams at 19, and you get a third, a fifth, 2 fifths, and 2 sixths.
Yeah.
Then I don't think this one you'd be interested in. No. That's bad. This one's awful. The Cowboys are total jerks again.
Very Jonesy at cheaper.
But here's where the Bears are trying to move up, but
I would counter
we're
this.
Not going to value the 20-25 picks.
Countering because I like that 9 pick. But it would have to include something from
this year,
2024.
Yeah. So it's either the Rams or that's basically it. would you want to move back all the way to 19?
No.
No? Okay, so we're going to reject all of them.
Yep.
And if we look back, Caleb went 1, Daniels went 2. I'm actually predicting this happened, Peter, by the way. The way the quarterbacks went, I think that's exactly how it's going to go.
Yep.
And then I would assume that they would take Marvin Harrison here. So this is exactly what I would think would happen.
Yeah.
So it leaves you like the door is wide open. If you want a wide receiver, now is the moment to take one. If you want the best tackle in the game, now is the time to take one.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to go Bowers here.
No.
I mean,
no, you can't take him that early.
Yeah.
I think that you have to stick with your philosophy here. And, you know, it's so interesting because the sexy pick is to take the wide receiver, especially given where the situation is with wideout, because we are thin at wideout for sure right now, our depth chart. But in this right now, it's gotta be Joe Alt in this position. If that's what we're doing and that's the best trade that we could make, it's Joe Alt here.
Well, we can always make an offer to the Vikings if you want.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to go to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
And we're going to put 1,
that
11, and 23. Now they're saying that's too much.
Right.
So they're not interested with you, Peter.
Those guys.
Like I would say that would be fair right there, but they are not. So if there's any other trade scenario you want to go, but I think this is the one you were hoping for.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense any other way, right? To give up 5, it doesn't really make any sense. And I think that in reality, if it goes the way that it did and Harrison is gone there, that is going to get a little bit enticing. So I think that if it doesn't happen before that in the real draft, I think that if Harrison ends up at 4, you end up taking, like, Minnesota's now got a decision to make because that quarterback is there if they want him.
Yeah.
So
you're going to take Joe Alt here?
Yeah, we're going to take Joe Alt there. Yep.
That's awesome. I think it's a great pick.
Yep.
You don't have to wait long.
Oh, he's a beast.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is actually probably pretty enticing, this trade here. 2.2 like 44, and then you get a bunch of 5ths and 7ths. I mean, it's not the greatest, but this one's no good. This one's terrible. Again, the Cowboys are being jerks. 2/3 here for if you move back a number of picks.
This one I would counter that, but yeah.
And then this one is 1/3, and just to go back, what is it? 5 picks.
Spots.
So I would think it would be.
Dude, you know what? I got to tell you something straight goods. Stuart, I love you. I am not trading with you. It doesn't matter what your offer is.
Okay, we're rejecting that. We're rejecting this. We're rejecting the Cowboys. So we're here at this one. This might be the best one, hey? You move back 5
it's the best
picks.
offer of the group for sure.
Yeah. Now we can look at the players if you want.
I want to see the players right now. Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at the players. Oh my goodness, you got Mims still there.
Well,
Martin,
and see, that's the challenge. There's the challenge right there. When you're in that first round at 5, I would love to take a Daisy or what's his name, Malik Neighbors there. But you want to guarantee that if your next pick is 37, like if you knew that Mims was still there at 37, it would make making that choice easier at 5. You could go, okay, we could take that wide out there, but you can't. You can't go that way.
Yeah.
So in this right now, I would definitely say
I can look at anything you want to look at. If you want to look at wide receiver, here's all the wide receivers. Here's all the tackles. Here's all the interior guys.
Yeah.
The linebackers are here. The corners.
Yeah, Graham Barton's a nice option. I think that the wide receiver stuff after we get out of that group, because it looks like a ton of them have disappeared. Yeah. So those are definitely later guys. Oh, were these pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Worthy's pretty amazing. So it's between that right now and the interior lineman.
Yeah. And you're not getting these two guys
Yeah.
at 69, but you might be able to get these two guys there.
Yeah. I think that right now, for me, if it were me, what do the tight ends look like right now?
Just Sanders.
Yeah. I think I'd go to the wide receiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna go Worthy?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot.
Yeah.
A+, Peter. You got.
Perfect.
Oh, and we didn't decide whether we were gonna do a trade or not. We should have. Oh well.
Oh no, it wasn't. Nothing was worth it there.
Okay.
I
this one is pretty good. You only move back 3, and then you get a 4th and 2 7s. That's pretty good. No, that's terrible. And then the last one is that one's terrible too. So this is I would say your most legitimate. We can look at what's available.
I think that
and then come back to it.
I think that this right here is actually really up Ortiz's alley. I think that this is an acceptable trade, in the sense that it's draft capital. You're basically getting the same pick at 72, and then you're able to bring in draft capital, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, so let's just quickly look at this. But we can go to it. We can go back to it. I'm not rejecting it. I'm showing you what's available. So if you look here, we were hoping that the interior line. So there's only BB. That's the one. If you were wanting him, then you might not want to trade back. But if there's someone else, like a running back here or a tight end that you're looking for.
If you go back to the running backs, what's interesting with the running backs is Corum is really highly sought after by Harbaugh because he played for him at Michigan.
Right.
So he really likes him. So this would be an interesting trade. I think that right now I would risk this and go back to your interior lineman.
Yep.
And I would go BB here.
And so you're not going to take the trade.
Oh, sorry. What I would do is take the trade, and I'm going to want to take either BB or I'm going to take Corum in my 72.
Okay. So you're praying for BB. Here we go.
It would be good. Have we got it?
And you got it.
And we get them anyway.
BB and Corum both there
are available.
So now
I think it's BB. I think it is. That is yeah. I know he loves him. I know he really likes Corum.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe Corum does glass to 105. If he does, you're good. The other option, though, Peter, is you take Corum now and you get Zinter later, who is the Michigan guy. I don't know if he's going to go all Michigan, but I think all these I
saw BB at the combine.
Yep.
And I think he's exactly the kind of guy we're looking for.
Okay.
In the middle. So
okay.
I would go with him for sure.
All right. So we're gonna put it on hoping that Corum doesn't get
whoa, go back to defensive line.
No, it was
where Chris Jenkins still there.
I went here. Sorry, what?
I'm going Chris Jenkins.
Okay.
I'm going Chris Jenkins all the time.
Nice.
Done deal. Nice. Like very good.
Okay. We're switching up. We're not going BB anymore.
No.
Chris Jenkins, beast from Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
I love that.
A+, Peter.
I love that pick.
And we're hoping Corum went. Okay, we're rejecting that trade. I don't know if this one's worth it. And we're rejecting. So you have this one trade. You move back quite a bit, but you get a 6th round.
I'm not really. Let's see what we got here, buddy. Just leave that and let's see what we got.
Okay, so
you got
another wide receiver in Walker.
Yeah.
your quarterback, edge. Here's you wanted interior line.
Yep.
So Zinter's there, Van Pram, Lemur.
Go back to all just real quick.
Yep.
Javon Baker.
Austin Baker. Oh, Javon, the wide receiver.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
really
he's a
like
stud.
him. And then where are corners? Where are corners at right now?
They're pretty picked over, but there's still some guys that are going to make an impact for sure.
Yeah.
Because you might be able to wait on Baker. He's 94. Well, you only have 5 picks. You probably could still get him maybe there.
Yeah.
But if so, where were we? Corner?
Yeah.
But the interior linemen are, you still have a couple good ones there.
Actually, yeah. I would, oh man. Where's the running backs? Is Texas still there? No. Oh, Will Shipley.
But 119?
Yeah.
So should be there
Not
at
great value,
110 or maybe 134. I'm not sure.
Where was our corner again? Yeah, just Cam Hurt. And the wideouts, where were we there? Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, go back to all just real quick if you can, Trev, please.
So the interesting point at this draft is at 72, you got the guy you wanted, but then you couldn't get the other guy you wanted, and it didn't fall your way. So, like, how far were we to get the guy? No, he went way farther.
He went really early.
Corum went at pick 93.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like 12 picks.
Yeah.
But 93, that was interesting. I think you got to go interior line.
Okay.
Here. Yep. I think that it's I think it's Van Pram for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree with you. Just looking at what's available, this is your best bet.
Sorry, hold on. Before you do that, what was that trade again? Is that still open with Seattle?
Yep. Oh no, wait a minute. I've got to go this way. Yeah, you go down to 1-8. You go from 105 to 118.
Yeah, it's not enough. No, don't worry about it. Let's go with Van Pran.
Okay, we're going Van Pran. Welcome to the Chargers,
dude.
Oh, now we got 5 trade offers here,
dude. This is close.
Okay,
this whole thing where you're getting another pick there, that's close.
So this one's only dropping 9.
No.
This one's dropping way more than 9. I don't think that's worth it. This one's only dropping 5, and you get a 6 and a 7. And then this one
is dropping 14.
But you get a 5th and a 6th. Yeah. So we don't want that one. That is a possibility. This one here is decent. 115.
Yeah.
And 124. So you get a 5th and a 6th to drop down farther, but you get
what was the Baltimore offer again?
The Baltimore offer, I think, is garbage. It's 130, and then it's the 7th round, so that's terrible, right?
Yeah, gone. That's no, don't like this one either.
Okay, and then this one's terrible in my opinion.
Not close.
But this one, 115 or 124. I think the 124 is better in the way that you're going to get 2 better picks here, but
5 and 6, yeah.
But this one's closer.
So go back to the other one. Well, you get 2 picks before the first pick of the other draw.
Yes.
The other one.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Do you want to see what's available first?
Yeah. It's 14 spots we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So if we go back to all.
Yeah.
14 spots. I mean, we're talking all these guys here. Maybe you're not interested in them.
From Ohio State.
Who?
I like Stover from Ohio State. Oh, and Cam Hart, you know what? The corner is still there. How many spots are we dropping with that one trade?
14. I don't think Cam Hart's going to be there.
Oh, who are the teams?
I can look. So Jets, Vegas, Baltimore.
Baltimore and Jacksonville always take, if they can get defensive players, they'll take them. Yeah,
2 Jacksonvilles, Indianapolis, Seattle, Pittsburgh. Yeah, like you got.
Yeah.
San Francisco's here, so that's the trade. Chicago, Houston, Denver.
No, I wouldn't trade it in this spot.
Okay, so you're thinking Hart?
I'm good to go. I would go with Hart. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Hart. Welcome to the Chargers. Go Bolts.
Yeah, love it.
34. I want to go back and see what you could have gotten. Yeah. So I don't think you want this trade.
No, I don't.
Nor that one or this one. I don't think that's worth it either.
No.
Unless you want that, I don't know.
We've got a bunch of picks, so getting those cheap late picks.
Okay, so let's just go back and see what happened there. So you went. I know this is taking a little bit longer. All you people that are watching, God bless you. Okay, so 110 Hart goes.
Yeah.
Whoa, Rattler goes to the Jets. That's cool.
Then Stover went to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Stover, and then you know what? Zinter was the only one there, but you had already picked the Van Pran, so you're in a good spot. So I actually don't think it turned out to be that bad for you.
It works, and the corner, I actually like that. I like getting value at corner at this point in the draft as well, and corner is one of those things that we require.
Well, and look at the corners now.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a lot harder to find a real great player there.
For sure. I think that it's really important when you're getting into the draft like this, to give depth to positions and stuff like that. Like, I love the whole thing. Chris Jenkins, to me, I'm glad we went back to that other screen with a defensive lineman, because I think that this dude's a monster. That guy, if you get Chris Jenkins at 72, I'm laughing. I'd be very, very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's super positive for sure. Okay.
So what do you want to look at? There's the running back, Shipley's there.
Yep.
Still, that's pause. I know you were talking about him before, and I don't think he might get you at 140, but that's a risk. Edge, Kamara is not bad there. I don't think you need tackles. And there's no good ones. 195 is the next ranked one.
You could get them late.
Yeah. So, I mean, Leonard Taylor. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's probably wide receiver or running back here. And I think
it's Shipley for me.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't know that it services necessarily the need we have in the interior of it, but I think you can do that elsewhere through trade or through free agency as well. So, I would probably go with Shipley there.
Okay. Shipley at 134, and then you're back up on the clock. 14 picks. No, that's terrible. This one is, I don't think that's good either.
No. Those are crazy amount of draft picks.
Yeah, I don't love that one either.
No.
But and then
no. Yeah.
And then this one. Oh, you got a lot here.
Going back one.
Going back.
Oh, this is actually a legit deal.
Yeah.
I would have to take that deal.
Okay, let's
Because
take it.
we're dropping one spot and we're getting a whole bunch of picks.
No, you're dropping 10 spots.
Oh, sorry.
But you get another
but then we
fifth
kick
and 2
again.
6s.
Yeah. I'd do that deal.
Okay, we're doing it. Which, in hindsight, we don't need this now, right?
No.
There's no real trades anymore. That's going to be great scenario. So you got like if you look at your draft at the moment,
yeah,
you got the best tackle in the game. You got an incredible wide receiver. You got an impact defensive player. You've got a guard that's going to be more than serviceable. You got the last corner that's going to be like impact player for the most part, or at least some kind of starter.
It's good value right now. Yeah,
what?
I see good value. When I see it, I look at the players and I go, even getting Shipley at 134, that's a great time to get value like that. I love
and
that.
Because you made the trade too, Pete. Yeah. You have now three trades happen. Now you're still closer in all these deals.
Yeah.
If there's a number of guys you like maybe Cornelius Johnson or Cowling or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're not going to go running back here, but like the tight end situation, maybe there's
Can you go to all for me?
Absolutely.
Right now I'm thinking value. So right now that edge is done deal. That's a done deal.
Okay.
I don't want to look at anything. That's done.
Kamara is there. Okay.
And the process with that is right now, I'm still sticking with my needs and my thought processes, but you're also wanting to take the best player in the draft at this point, like players that kind of fit into your system. So at this, again, at 168, I think that you are looking at a couple of, I think that I would want to shore up and kind of create, can create some depth and some competition by taking either the corner or the defensive lineman in this one. Also the interior lineman, love that idea as well. So I'm right now, what I'm going to do is create, I'm going to go, I'm very heavy. My head is very heavy into interior lineman right now. I think that has been a huge shortcoming for the Chargers. Yeah, we have had a heck of a time stopping the run. So
stopping the pass rush, you mean?
No, stopping the run. So the interior, like them running between the tackles.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Like we're having a hard time shoring up the middle of the field. Like that's not been a strength of ours at all.
So it'd be like Davis here.
It'd be Davis there, or even Isaiah Adams. Sorry, it would be Davis there. Sorry.
Yeah, because the other ones.
If Adams, I don't recall if Adams plays center, because we could actually, we're going to run into some issue with that. But I think that it's Davis, and anytime you get a player from Clemson, you get like an SEC player. Yeah, they're always good to have. So
so we're going Davis.
I would go Davis there, yeah. And I think that I'm going to get back to the other guys. Actually, quite frankly, no.
Okay, so the other guy you wanted was, where was it? Interior lineman.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing, Pete. I think that McCormick and Bortolini and Cohen are actually very serviceable. You also have Keegan and Nugent from Michigan.
Yeah,
that might be really enticing here. So you could, if you waited, you're going to get one of those guys at 90 or 99,
or even more. Like when you're talking about later in the draft like that, like if a couple of those 7th round picks, if you wait for it, you might be getting that guy that's still ranked 199 at 227.
Yeah.
So to me, or 225. Sorry. So that value to me. So let's go back up to all. Yeah. Safety's interesting.
Yeah.
At this point right now, I'm worried about my secondary, and I'm going to say that I'm going safety or corner.
Okay, so if we go to safety here.
Yeah.
Wake Forest or Miami. The U
The U.
or Hampton from Washington.
Yeah, but I think you can get him later.
You probably can.
I'm looking
So
for
then corner
value.
you were looking at. You have both Auburn kids. Haddon,
Yeah, I did Pritchard. We're doing Pritchard because I'm gonna get my other guy. We watch me. I'm gonna go get my safety right after this. Pritchard, let's do it.
Oops. Yep. He's there.
I want him.
Done.
Yep.
Okay, so you're really happy with that. You only go 9 picks back. And here's the thing, Pete. Look at you still have all those guys there.
Done.
So which one do you want?
Bortolini for sure.
Boom.
Yeah, love it.
Okay. And now it's probably more of not just need, but like, I mean, do you need your linebacker? Do you want that extra running back in Dylan Johnson? Do you need another corner or an edge? Like
I think linebacker is going to be a big piece for us.
Okay.
And I think that's great value at 225.
Right. Okay. So we're going to go fill that need.
We are.
Wow. Look at your draft rankings here, Pete.
Is that good?
Yeah. They're giving you just got an A+ on that one.
Nice.
The safety, you got an A+ on. Bortolini, for some reason, only got a B+, but I think it was a brilliant pick there.
That's all good.
Okay, so you have, oh my goodness, you still have 3 more picks. This is wild. This is where I get lost in the draft. Do you guys need a kicker?
No.
Okay.
No. But
Clemson,
I think
with the edge player there. There's Randolph at the DL, but do you have 2 DLs? I think you do, right? Yeah, you got Jenkins and so you already got. I mean, you can never have too many of those guys.
Yeah, it's more about it's more competition and stuff. It's keeping those guys.
There's a whole bunch of cornerbacks available.
Yeah, I think the corner is really interesting to me in that. Yeah, I think can you go back to all there?
Yep.
I think I go running back here.
Running back. Wow. Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, welcome to the team.
I think I go there.
And then you only got 3 more picks and you got them. So you basically got everyone again anyways.
Yeah. And then I think you what do you got for wideouts right now? Late draft wideouts? Not much. They've been picked over.
Yeah, and who did you land anyways? Did you get any? Yeah, you got Worthy, so that was awesome. You probably needed to go another, but you had so much value here.
Yeah.
Man, the amount of picks you also traded for was insane.
See, because the process like in this is when we're getting certain players, and that's the way I see it, and that's the way I would be drafting, is you create competition in your camp. So these players, probably only 4 of them make the roster. Right. So you're creating some serious competition in there. Like they might be practice roster players or something like that. But I'm talking like, let's get some competition in there. Let's start going. So if you go back to all, now I'm just looking for value.
Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about this. What about getting the teammate to Worthy here? Feel good story, or you've got there's a bunch of defensive players here that are available. You also you get the next 2 picks, Peter, and that's how you finish your draft.
Yeah. I think that we need to create more competition at corner. So I think I think that's good value up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on him. And now you pick the next pick.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the lineman from Michigan.
Yeah.
2 of them. There's also McGregor, the edge rusher.
Yeah, I love looking at good programs too. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong; they're all good programs. They're all Division One schools pretty much, but um, it makes a difference. It does for sure. Hmm. I would be throwing a I'd be throwing a I would say we don't need a kicker. I think you get value. Um, we haven't drafted. Yeah, I would I would probably go to Illinois and go
Okay,
to
Randolph.
defensive lineman. Yeah, and that's value pick.
Okay, so Joe. Okay, we're gonna save this, and it's gonna come up bigger here.
Yeah,
And so this is wild. Um, okay, we don't need
dude,
that
I
one.
am I am stoked about my first 5 or 6 picks. I'm not like no joke.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all the way to Shipley, really.
I really and
So
and
that's
even
six
tomorrow
picks.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I,
But
I
I
really
felt like
like it.
here is where you really like went next level as well. Like you got a lot of value.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be very happy. These guys will become starters
yeah,
eventually.
yeah,
A number of them. I mean, if in a draft, if you can land 4 guys,
yeah. Oh,
right? That's
yeah,
an amazing draft. I feel like you got more than 4 in this draft.
yeah. I feel like my steal of the draft here to me, and this is what I will call, and we'll do this. Whoever this ends up happening for, if somebody gets Chris Jenkins at 70 or higher, I think that is a screaming deal.
Yeah.
I really like the player. Very, very strong in so many regards. And we weren't even in that category. So I'm glad we flipped back to the all there because that made a huge difference.
Yeah, and that was the pick that was crazy because you only had to go 3 back,
Yeah,
and look at all the picks you got.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was a smoking trade for you.
yeah. And even at 69, I would have been thrilled with Chris Jenkins, but then you get 3 other picks with it. So and with one of those picks, I get Shipley. So that's not a bad trade.
Yeah, and Billy says he can never have too many pass rushers. He's right.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like there's a number like you can never have too many linemen. You can never have too many pass rushers.
well, Billy's kind of correct in that, in the sense that we've had Joey Bosa injuries recently. It's not. I don't think he's played a full season in quite some time. So, like that thought process. Hey, you know what? Let's put them. Let's have people in camp. Let's make sure that they're competing. Let's go, kind of thing. I think that makes a ton of sense. Yeah, I like it all.
That's awesome, man. That is really really great. I
That was
love
a
it.
blast, man. That was kind of fun. I'm kind of surprised because I wouldn't have said before everything is said and done that we actually take the 5, but the way we end up, it's like, you know what? I'd be happy with that. And Justin Herbert, more than anything, would be happy with that.
Well, and I wonder if I can bring this back. Yeah, I can. So what I think they start going through this. Let's see what the Vikings. So the Vikings didn't even go quarterback here at that. They didn't want to wait. McCarthy goes at 14, right? They wait till 23. They don't even get another quarterback here.
Yeah.
So the Vikings are just being complete morons.
Oh, by the way, your pick at 25 there,
Yeah.
Byron Murphy's a stud. If
Yeah.
you get Byron Murphy at 25,
But what about this? Is it Latu? Is his name?
yeah, yeah.
CLA? I keep hearing him too. Which one do you like better?
I think Byron Murphy, for me, he's that guy they always talk about who's got the motor.
Yeah.
He just goes. Like he just goes. And that's the part I love. I think that's amazing. I haven't watched enough tape of both of them to say I prefer one or the other. I just know I'm a Texas guy, and I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of them.
You know what's wild, Peter?
What's that?
So Penix Jr. goes 46 to the Colts.
Dude, there's no way Penix Jr. goes 46.
And Nix goes 47 to the Giants. The Vikings didn't get a quarterback because they believe in Sam Darnold.
Hey, you know what? That's great. So if you reset this, does it do it differently every time?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
let's just do one real quick, like super fast. Okay.
okay.
This time we'll do Green Bay so I can be in it.
Yeah, do it.
And the Chargers, we'll go yeah, let's go set. We won't do any trades. And we'll just go
We're streaming this, dude.
we'll just
This
go
is
fast.
a typical conversation for you and I, and we're actually streaming this. This is unfair to the
I know
viewers.
this is. I mean, how many people have fallen asleep by this moment, right?
Dude, they're yeah.
Bro, Marvin Harrison's available at 3.
At 5,
Yeah, at 5, I mean.
and we have no trade offers coming in.
Well, there are, but we're not doing it. We're going a quick one here.
Oh, dog, we're Marvin Harrison all day long. Do it.
I don't think we can go. Did I? No, you got trade offers, but I don't think we should do them.
No.
Yeah, they're terrible too.
Dallas.
Continues to be the Cowboys slow balling.
Jerry,
Marvin Harrison, let's do it.
done. Let's do it. Let's be excited.
Okay, now it comes up my Packers. You might be surprised what I want here. Okay, no trades. So I love DeJean here a lot. I love Powers Johnson here a lot, and Wiggins. This is the one I'd want because I think you can go DeJean.
Didn't Wiggins run like 4.26 or 4.28? Wiggins, I think, was the fastest corner in at the.
But what I'm saying is, I think DeJean is actually going to play safety, and I can get a corner later. But you think Wiggins is like next level?
No, I do. You. This is you. This is the Packers.
I know, but what I'm asking you, I'll go Wiggins.
I think that speed is when you're talking about it. I think that's a great value.
They say speed kills, Pete.
It does. Speed does kill. It's worth an A as well.
All right. So now you have, because you went wide receiver.
Oh, Powers Johnson. Done.
Are you kidding me?
I am done with that.
Yeah, same. I would have done the same thing. Okay. For my Packers, this is what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I want Edgerrin Cooper there really bad. I know doing this draft that there's a good chance I get him at 58, but I am trying to think real life. I think he's the elite guy at linebacker. That's who I'd take. Or Morgan here as the tackle. But
we're hoping that he's still around, just so you know.
Who?
Cooper.
Well, sorry.
Dude, that's like one of our fantasy drafts, dog.
Okay, so now I'm back on the clock. I could have got him anyways. Didn't take him. This is where I'm going safety. And I really like Newman, Bullard, and Hicks there a lot. I don't know if any of those guys make it to me at 88, but I love those guys. Also, the other option is going running back here.
Yep.
And that's a tempting one because Brooks seems like he's next level. But we're probably good in those spots, right? Patrick Paul there is awesome too. Oh, that would be hard. You know what? I gotta go quick here. What was my options? Did I say? Oh, I think I can get a safety later in the 88 and 91.
Yep.
I'm going to the best. No, am I? Been there. I gotta go faster. Oh, Sweat. What do you think about Sweat? You not understand compared, like, because what's his name just went. By the way, that's good. That's important to know.
I think it's good value later.
Your guy went, wasn't Jenkins went at 48 on this one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If you get him at 70 plus, you're laughing.
Okay. I'm going Brooks for fun. Okay.
Come on, be there, baby. I'm taking Blake Corum here.
Boom. Jim Harbaugh just did a backflip.
He is happier than a pig in mud right now.
Packers are picking. We're on the clock. We got 2 picks and within 3 spots of each other. This is where I still can get my safety. And I'm going Hicks there. And then I'm pretty happy with this already, Pete.
Yeah.
Fisher is there. That's good value. Pooney. Oh man, this is what I'm like. Do we need a tackle or do we need a guard? Man, that's tough. Mason Smith.
Dude, there's great value there. There's great value there.
No,
I think you're DL.
So I'm going. I said we're gonna go quick, and then I'm slowing down. Do you like Pooney or Mahogany?
I actually like the defensive lineman in behind.
Smith?
Yep.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Okay, comes up on the Chargers.
Amazing value.
Now, if we go all.
Yeah. Let me see where we're at. No. Oh, we can make Justin real happy with Cade Stover. We're going to make Justin real happy with this draft. We're going to go Cade Stover right here.
You're back up on the clock.
And you know what? I've completely screwed us. We as a franchise are folding. Can you go to offensive tackle, please?
Oh, Fisher's there.
Dude, let's take Fisher. That is great value for us. Let's go.
You just saved the franchise.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be about 9 views, but we're having fun.
Story of my life.
And subscribe. Come on, people.
I really like Cedric Gray here. I also really like Braylon Allen, but I already got the running back. I don't need another one. Zinter here is excellent as well. Oh, this is tough. Okay, I'm going. I've got the safety. I'm going Zinter. Yeah, I'm going to go Zinter. I don't mind that pick. Chargers are on the clock.
That was a good trade, by the way.
Good pick, you mean?
That was a good trade back there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wide receiver, Pete. You got another one? Do you need another one?
No, I want Leonard Taylor. I want the defensive lineman here.
Yeah, because you've gone all offense the entire draft until 140.
Yeah. And we're talking about shoring up our interior, and it's like, oh, wait a minute.
That is absolutely hysterical. All right.
I guess that's why they put 10 minutes on the clock, so they don't do stupid things like this. Any of you Charger fans that are out there watching this second draft, I'm really sorry. Offensive tackle is a very big need of ours.
All right, I'm going Adams here. Can't go wrong with too many linemen.
Get rid of that.
Okay. You can get your corner that you got in the last draft, or you can go in a different direction.
Sorry, go back up. I think it's corner. Yep.
My Packers are, I like both of these guys. Yeah, I'm going to go.
Both good value too, buddy.
Yeah. We're in the 200s now. I just think everything's a shot in the dark. So it's the Packers up again. We need a tackle.
Well, you guys got picks, eh?
Oh, yeah. Well, the late picks, that's the only thing. So,
yeah.
I mean, we made Dontavian Wicks out of the 5th round.
My linebacker. Right at the top. Done.
Knight.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it's Pack coming up. Nope.
It's me
You're
again.
back. No, I'm in.
Oh, it's you.
Proctor, tight end. I do not need a tight end. Wide receiver, Washington or Murphy. Welcome to the team, bro. Welcome to the team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pete, this guy, Tory Taylor, is supposed to be an unbelievable punter.
Yo, I'm going to just take your word for that.
But Keegan, Harold, look at all the Michigan guys you're going to get in this round. Like,
We got to shore up some defense for sure.
so you're going edge?
We hit the. I don't think we've gone edge so far, so I think we got to go to the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, you can never. Was it Billy that said that we can't ever have too many pass rushers?
That's right.
Come on.
And Tory Taylor, welcome to the Packers. All right. So if we save this, for example, and how do we get to both? Right here. Looking at your draft now compared to the last one, this one still is stellar, Peter. You get Powers Johnson at 37.
Yes, I love him there. And if there's any way that we could slip him out, then I may not have screwed Charger Nation. If he could go to right tackle. Oh.
Why? Because you think isn't he a center?
What's that? Yeah.
Isn't he a center?
So it does fill a need as well for us. He plays center and guard, I believe. But it does fill that. And honestly, one of my, that one of my things is Brock Bowers. But we don't really have a position right now as in the draft. Like, I wouldn't take him at 5. That's too early. He's not going to be around at 37. So getting a high quality tight end is a good thing. We've added a couple of veterans, but we're looking for a guy to be our tight end. So
yeah,
Marvin Harrison, dude, I think he's
legit.
You and I saw his dad live, and
yes.
Like, if he's anything like that, you're getting a franchise. Like, he's that gets the Keenan Allen thing. And if you get Marvin Harrison, it removes that problem. So,
Billy said that me taking Wiggins there, he doesn't like him because of his size.
He's super small and super fast. Yeah. He's probably correct in that.
And then take the top 2 linebackers, Cooper and Patrick Wilson. Come on, bro. That's hilarious. I'm happy with Cooper. I don't think he's going to be there at 41 personally, but every draft that I'm in, I'm taking Cooper there at 41.
Yeah.
Very happy with that. Brooks, he's arguably one of the best running backs in the draft. Very happy. Had to take him early though. Hicks, I'm happy with that. I don't know. It's okay. Like, I would be pretty happy with this draft if that was my guys. But what do I know?
That's the thing, right? And you look at some of the players that have flourished as rookies, and even this past year, people have taken in 6th and 7th round that are making differences on teams. And that's really what the draft is about.
Exactly. And Billy, here's the other thing. So you wouldn't have wanted Wiggins there. Would have you picked DeJean? That's an interesting take, right? That would maybe that's the one you wanted to take there, and that's cool. I've just learned that I want anyone named Cooper Beebe, Edrin Cooper DeJean. Any one of those 3 guys, I'm very happy with any 3 of those guys. And in this draft, I could have got 2 of them.
Yeah, you know what? I actually, if I think back and actually get real with it, I've known you for over 20 years here, RevTrev, and I think you've always had an affinity to Cooper. There's always been some
Amari Cooper,
Cooper Cup.
Cooper, I love Cooper Cup.
So I'm just saying, like, where Coopers are concerned, I've known about 1 actually in my entire life. And you have a certain affinity to Cooper. I don't know what it is.
So, man, this is like an epiphany for me right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, the good news is, Peter, you're still awake. It's an hour and 14 minutes. We started the stream late because I was at an AGM, and so here we are. I'm so proud of you, man.
Dude, I made it. I did it. I'm an old guy. I took a nap for you. Make sure.
You did not.
I know I didn't.
Okay, I actually wouldn't pass it and put it past.
Come on, man. It's true. I've done it before. You're
I've
laughing
seen,
because
we've had moments where like you had a nap and you didn't wake up and you missed the call.
yeah, I'm a morning person. All right, bro.
That is true, which
Yeah.
I'm not. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's
Least
two
of all.
different personalities here that way.
Come on. But we're both wearing Justin. That's a good thing. Yeah. It's gonna
All
be a
right,
good year
everyone.
either way
Thanks for
Chargers.
coming
Thank
by.
you.
We're gonna shut this down.
Finally.
I'm not gonna do the long outro. We'll just do the one that you and I started with, the 30-second one.
Come on,
But
man.
thanks, Peter, for coming on.
Dude, that was
Just
so
so you
fun.
know, I tagged you in 2 tweets today, which you never check X. But I was talking to everyone about how much content that I've been doing. I tagged everyone that I was doing it with. So Billy is in one of those BPAC 91
That's awesome.
on X. So yeah, it's been a blast to do this with you. Had a great time.
Super fun.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Can't wait till the draft, buddy. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, not very many more sleeps.
I know, man. I got you.
Well, for you, it might be double them. All right, everyone.
Cheers.
Peace in the Middle East, everyone. Peace in the Middle East. Is not an old saying, too. All right, let me just hit this button and we can chat.